Hey guys, Tyler2K here. Today we're going to talk about Fahkumram in Tekken 8. First things first, this is a speculation video and I have no inside knowledge. This is just how I think they're going to convert Fahkumram from Tekken 7 to Tekken 8. I'm going to separate into two parts. First part being how I'm pretty sure they're going to do it, and second part how I would do it. Now for people who haven't played Fahkumram, here's a quick intro. Fahkumram is an ultra big character with extremely long reach, where many of his launchers hit at very far range. He's also a natural mix-up character, where certain attacks may have 3 or 4 plus options. He also has unique defensive tools, such as a launching punch parry, and also a kick parry that causes wall splat, a full crouch hell sweep that I talked about in my Season 2 predictions video, and last but not least, Fahkumram has a mechanic that's unique to himself only, and those are guard crushing attacks that can cause wall splat for small combo, or even open field might lead to a free hit. Now in Tekken 8, this is a much more common property, where it might require either heat mode or some sort of install meter, but for a time there, Fahkumram was the only one. As mentioned, there's now 2 ways to gain access to guard break, either via install. Here we see Claudio get a starburst install even after popping his guard break as well, or via heat gauge, where guard breaks cost time on your heat meter, and most importantly by the wall, lead to full combos, although please note they may be heavily scaled, although not nearly as scaled as Fahkumram's in Tekken 7. It should also be noted that these same attacks are not guard break outside of install or heat mode, and instead are either plus frames or safe on block. Although there's one more mechanic to talk about here, and while these attacks can be charged up, they can be defeated by parries or sabakis normally. Although if they are charged even outside of heat mode, they cause a red spark attack, meaning they cannot be parried or sabakied. I believe the same will be true for Fahkumram in T8. Level 1 will be parryable, Level 2 will be red spark, and finally, his heat mode or install mode will be the guard crush for full wall splat. In the original trailer in Tekken 7, they had shown off Fahkumram's taunt, 1 + 2 + 3, where he temporarily glows red, and many people, myself included, thought this was a hint as to some mechanic that was coming down the pipeline. Notice how in the footage, he's constantly glowing red during this clip. Now with how prolific installs are in Tekken 8, I'm pretty sure the same thing is going to happen to Fahkumram. During his install, he'll likely glow red the entire time, in an install state I'll call Fa-Pa. And if I was further to take a guess, he'd probably retain his old properties as well, meaning natural hit launcher on charge attacks only under Fa-Pa. Assuming his taunt is the install, and until he uses it, he'll keep its properties going on indefinitely, it would look something like this. But it got me thinking, what if the install was not permanent but was time-based instead? That would look something like this, which is an interesting dynamic. If you only have 4 seconds to go for a guard crush, would you go all in or wait for your opponent to make a mistake? Fahkumram goes for a down forward 2-3 launcher, ending with a down forward 1-4 slide 3-2 that gives Fahkumram Fa-Pa. He then applies pressure with a running 3, where he follows up with a 4-3 series, ending with a Fa-Pa charge 3, being a natural hit launcher. Now it wouldn't be Tekken 8 without heat engagers, so let's go ahead and talk about those. At the very beginning will be my best guesses, and the less likely ones towards the end. Down forward 4-3 is a mid-high series that's safe on block, although can be ducked for full launch. As a heat engager, this can also be tagged on the end of combos to extend for further carry via heat dash cancel. Now the big question is, will this act more like Dragunov back 4-3, allowing for single hit only, or will it be more like Leroy forward 4-4, which allows for full launcher during heat dash cancel? Back 1 is a move that was heavily nerfed in Tekken 7, but it's now the perfect time to change it to a heat engager, acting similar to Fang's shoulder. It would be an I-14 heat engager, and as a heat dash cancel, allow for single hit only. 4-3 + 4 will likely undergo changes. Rather than a -12 power crush, will now turn to a +2 wall splatting heat engager. And further similar to Asusena, will likely be a full launching heat dash cancel. Forward 1 + 2 is a long-reaching wall bounce option, but since wall bounces are gone in Tekken 8, this is the perfect opportunity to change to a heat engager instead. And similar to Victor, forward 1 + 2 could also be heat dash cancel launcher. I can see Fahkumram running 3 also turning to a heat engager, but due to its excessive reach, might be a little bit overtuned. Although if it is a heat engager, I can see it being identical to Nina's running Blom Bomb, where it would also be a launcher with heat dash cancel. And finally, a few honorable mentions. And just to round things out, let's go ahead and talk about things that Bruce has that a character like Josie doesn't even have. Like for instance, did you know that Bruce has a full command throw game? Or a sliding dragon punch to complement his full crouch low? Or the Big Daddy back 2, which I doubt Fahkumram will get, but who knows.